Have you ever wondered why in the world is it so hard for me to move my fingers? Why is it so hard for me but so easy for other people just to move that finger that they always wanted to move? I can't. Why is it so easy for other people to play the songs that they want and so difficult for me just to play a simple note? Well, today in this video, I'm going to show you an exercise that will improve your finger independence. It will allow you to play those solos, those cool chords that you always wanted to play. It's a great exercise that'll get you to the next stage on your guitar journey. And the best thing about this exercise, it could take less than 3 minutes just to do. And it'll increase your speed. Your speed is going to improve each time you do it. Now, you might be wondering, why do I have a lock in my hand? I personally don't know either. But no, I'm just playing. But it's part of the video. So imagine your fingers as this lock. Each number on this lock is like your finger. The more you move it around, the wrong directions you go, the harder for it to unlock, right? So it's just like your fingers. Right now in your situation, you might be trying to do a solo, but it can't make that right sound that you want it to make. It's hard for it to move. Maybe it's for your transitions. It's hard for you to transition on time just to play the favorite song you always wanted to play, which is why this exercise is going to work super well for you. You need a specific code just to unlock this code. And just like your fingers, you need a certain pattern, a certain exercise just to get you to the destination you want. So I actually already done this code multiple times actually, and luckily they gave me the password in the back. But as you can tell, the moment you unlock this code, the moment you figure out where to place your fingers, the moment you figure out this exercise, you will be able to unlock whatever you want. That song that you always wanted to play, that solo that you always wanted to play. It will unlock just like this. All right? So, here's how this exercise works. Just like cracking the code, you want to crack the guitar. So basically, for this exercise, you want to have your fingers in each fret just like this. I recommend you start on the E string or maybe the G string. Personally, it doesn't actually matter where you place your fingers as long as all in one string. All your fingers are supposed to be on one string. All right, I'm gonna place all my fingers on the E string, as you can tell, but each have their own fret. Now, the exercise involves putting a 3-minute timer. If you want to improve your speed or have the right control, this is what you will do. Set a timer for 3 minutes, and what you want to do is move your middle finger on the 2nd fret and move your 3rd finger just like this and your 4th finger on the 4th fret. So it's basically going to move like a caliper, right? Just like this. So as you do this, your fingers are probably going to feel stiff. It's probably going to feel like it doesn't want to cooperate with you. So what you want to do is smack your hands. No, actually, don't smack your hands. But, because it's probably going to smack you right back. But don't smack your hands. But actually, what you want to do is keep on practicing this exercise just right here. Now, here's where this 3-minute timer comes in. When you set a 3-minute timer and you just basically keep doing this over and over again, it's basically you're training yourself just for success, right? Doing this over and over again, it's not just for no reason. As you can tell, your fingers are starting to get more spread out and loose, right? What you don't want to do is feel tense. If you're tense, it's going to be a lot harder for you. If your shoulders is up here, if your wrist is tight above here, everything will be a lot harder for you. So, especially if you have a lock. If you start to strangle with this lock, you're going to have a real bad time. If you literally rush through it and you just keep messing around hard, it's just going to be real difficult for you to unlock this lock. So, be relaxed, take your time, breathe, and you'll be able to go through this like butter. All right? So doing this with 3 minutes over and over again, just like this, will help you get your fingers more loose. It will get your fingers more relaxed. It'll make your life a lot easier. Now, if you apply this in a real world scenario, my fingers, this, for example, when it comes to chords, it will train you to move your fingers faster as well, right? Because when you're switching chords, you don't want to take hours out of your time or just 30 seconds just to get all your fingers into that one spot you wanted to, right? If you're that type of person that likes pressure or who just want to increase their speed a little bit faster, here's how I do it. You set a timer for 1 minute, just 1 minute. And using this exercise right here, the caterpillar, what you want to do is not time yourself, but count how many you can do, right? So when you do it like this, let's say I'm setting a timer. Let's say I just set a timer for what? 1 minute, right? I do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. For you, it might be a lot slower, but let's say I just went to 15. And that's a great achievement right there. If you made 15, that's a great achievement. If anything lower than that, that's still good. So congrats to yourself, right? But let's say you get to 15. Now, set another timer for another minute. Now, what you want to do is beat that record. If you had 15 the last time, you want to beat the next one. Beat 15. Try to accomplish 20. Try to, you know what? Aim bigger. Try to accomplish 25, 30. Now, once you accomplish 30, don't just stop there like many other people do. They just stop there when they could have went a lot farther. 40. Try to aim for 100 or something like that. Each time you do it, right? For a minute. All right, I did 15. Try to beat 15. Try to beat 20. Try to beat 30. Always try to push yourself to that limit. And what will happen, your fingers will start to be a lot more smoother. They'll start to be more controlled. It'll go to the places you actually wanted to go, which is fantastic. If you want your guitar journey to be easy, this is an exercise that will help you a lot. Here's one tip that I'll recommend you that will help with this exercise. If you're doing on this side, as you can tell, the frets are a lot bigger, right? Which means it will require more flexibility, right? But if you go down more, as you can tell, the frets are a lot more smaller. Say it's a lot harder for you right now, I will recommend you start from the bottom side because they're a lot easier and smaller. As you start getting better and better, work your way up, right? Especially if you're doing it for that 1 minute challenge. You're beating your records every single time. Now this right here in the big side is where it's gonna get you to go. It's gonna make you boom, like a rocket. Your progress is gonna, if you personally continue to challenge yourself, because it's definitely gonna help you out. All right, don't continue to stay down here if you're beating your records every single time. Right here, I said here. If you do it right here, this is where it's gonna give you that challenge, that oomph you need just to get to that bigger and better challenge that you want. This is one of the exercises that I teach in my mistakes. And this is one of the exercises that I teach in my free guide that you can borrow. One of the mistakes that we use, especially beginners, is that we don't have constant pressure. A huge mistake that you want to pay closely attention to is that if you don't have good constant pressure, what will happen is that you start to build a habit, a bad habit actually. You start to build a bad habit where some notes play and others don't. Let's say it might be your first finger that's super easy for you to play, but the rest of your other fingers, they don't have that same pressure that you gave to your first finger, which is a bad mistake that you don't want to do. And I got plenty of more mistakes that you can learn from in the guide, but this is one mistake that I'm talking about with this exercise. Let's see, any other thing? And the last mistake like I tell you before, is you have to be relaxed. Think of this. If you're a boxer, you can't be tense. For example, if you throw a jab and you're tense with the tight fist, everything, tight muscles, everything, it's going to be a lot, hopefully my mic didn't, it's going to be a lot harder for you to throw that swing. But the moment you relax, you breathe in, you take that breath, and you just do a a clean jab. It'll be a lot faster for you to move. So you do that, if you apply that to the guitar, scenario, what will happen is that each of your fingers will be a lot more easier to manage. But if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe and watch this next video right here. It will definitely help you out on your guitar journey. Anyways, y'all have a nice one.